Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Just wanted to do a quick layout update. Haven't done much, been busy, but I built the display module yesterday and I'll just quickly show you what I've done so far in the layout. I painted this rock the same colors as I've painted on all my other rocks. It was the gray and the brown. This one turned out a bit more brown than I'd like, but I guess every rock's not perfect or the same color, so I'm not super mad with it, but it's more brown than I'd like, so probably won't change it, but I still like it. I sanded around all the edge here where I put my plaster, so I plastered that, sanded it, then I painted it. Painted all down here, painted the little pathway here. I sanded the cul-de-sac and the road up to where it ends. I sanded this down, which is the driveway to the farmhouse, and I have it painted. What I'm thinking I might do when I actually come to detail is have a line of grass coming down the driveway, and then the tire tracks have it go up, but then sand the tire track or weather the tire tracks to make it look like a really used driveway. I was thinking that might look good. And what else I have done is I painted the culvert, same color, gray and brown. I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not. Sorry, I just moved my layout so it's kind of tight here. I built the little incline or the little hole where I'll put the culvert. What I had issue with is I didn't really like how it was being set up before, so what I did was I carved out a bigger hole in the foam, and I had some extra plaster cloth sheets, so I used it in the hole itself, and then I used it at the base. But what I realized is when I used the plaster cloth, a lot of the holes in the cloth were exposed. So what I did was I grabbed just some plaster with my finger and just went around it, sanded it, did that a couple times, and it looks a lot better now that I actually have a couple layers of plaster and the plaster cloth on it. Gotta do another sand of it and then paint it. Might do either black or like a moss green. And then going down the layout, I just quickly set those in. That's where the beehive cave's gonna be. Painted the rocks. They're not glued in yet. I gotta do that probably next weekend. This is where the beehive cave's gonna go. I have to sand my walking path down. And then as you see, I got some track bed laid down. I've been talking with Chris, aka Go Viewer Go Home, about how I'm going to set this up. I'll get a better angle for you. This is going to be an apple farm. This is where the ethanol plant was going to go, but it just wasn't fitting, and I just didn't want to keep wasting time on something that wasn't going to fit here. So what I did was I built I believe it's the Walthers, I can't remember the name. It's a Walthers kit. I'll let you know when I find it. I built some of it, but what I want to do is I want to add an interior for it. It's going to be like an apple storage center, so I'll have like an interior of people sorting apples and like desks and chairs and like the whole kit and caboodle in there. But what I need to do is add a floor, which is going to probably be a bit difficult because of how high it is off the base. So what I have to do is I have to have it almost like a little post here and then a post on all four corners, and then slide the wall on top of that so it's raised off of it. So that way you'll actually be able to see the inside of it. And then when that's done, I'm gonna drill a hole through the floor and then have this lighted. But what I'm also have to do is figure out how I'm gonna have my track. This is gonna be my main line, my siding for the apple farm. And then what I thought of was almost have like a little loading area here for a bulkhead flat car. I know you'll never ever see apples on a bulkhead flat car, but I thought that'd be kind of cool to see. Have it just enough space around it where you'll have like a little forklift, be able to load one side of the bulkhead flat car, drive around, load the other side. Train will come in off the siding, grab the car, attach the box cars that's on this siding, and then back onto the main. So that's pretty much all I've done so far. Just wanted to give you guys a quick update of what I have done so far. It's not much. Hopefully next weekend I'm going to start working more on the creek. Probably do like another layer of plaster on there, sand it, and then maybe start painting it. What I also want to do is kind of add more detail to the hills, like washout areas, like falling over trees, kind of make it more realistic as what it is now. It's not really a whole lot of detail into the hills, but that's what I also want to do probably next weekend. But as you see, I've done a little bit of work, not much. Like I said, been busy with other things, but slowly coming along. But thanks for watching, everybody.